Sri Ramana Maharshi's Upadesa Saram. Karma must ever yield its proper fruit, for thus it is ordained by God Himself, the Supreme Creator. Then is karma God? No, for it is itself insentient. Of karma, the results must pass away, yet it leaves seeds which in their turn will sprout and throw the actor back into the flood of karma's ocean. Karma cannot save. But acts performed without attachment's urge and solely for the service of the Lord will cleanse the mind and indicate the way which leads at length unto the final goal. Worship, reciting of God's holy name, and meditation are mainly performed by body, voice, and mind, and they excel each other in the order here set down. If we recognize this universe of eightfold form as form of God Himself and serve in adoration all the world, this is the most excellent worship of God. Constant repeating of the holy name is greater than praise. At length the voice will sink to silent repetition in the heart, and in this way is meditation learnt. Better than meditation that is done in broken fits and starts is that which is a steady, ceaseless flow, like the steady flow of oil or a perennial stream. Worship of God as in no way distinct from him who worships, or in other words, thinking that he is I, is far better than any other kind of worshipping. To rest in the real being that transcends our every thought by reason of the strength of our devotion to something conceived. This is the truth of supreme devotion. To be absorbed again into one's source is karma, bhakti, yoga, jnana, all these things in truth. Or, put in other words, good works, devotion, union, and knowledge too. Just as by the fowler birds are caught in nets, so by the holding of the breath within, the mind can be restrained. This is a device that will effect absorption of the mind. Mind and life expressed in thought and act, that is, with thought and action as their function, diverge and branch like two branches of a tree, but both of them spring from one single stem. Suppression of the mind comes in two ways: absorption and extinction. Mind absorbed will live again, but mind which is destroyed will never revive again, for it is dead. When the mind has been controlled by the means of restraint of the breath, then make it flow along a single current. That achieved, its form will then entirely disappear. For the great sage for whom all form of mind has disappeared, and who is ever one with the reality, there is no karma any more, for he indeed has become the true self. When the mind has given up the sense objects, which are external, and has drawn within, and has perceived its own effulgent form, then alone there is true knowledge. While contemplating with constant vigilance upon the actual nature of the mind, one finds that there is no such thing as mind. This is in truth the straight course for all. The mind is nothing but a lot of thoughts. Of all these many thoughts, it is the I thought that is the root. So we can see that the mind in truth is only the I thought. From where does this I thought have its birth? With vigilant and ever active mind, seek this, and crestfallen the I becomes. This search itself is the quest of wisdom. When this search is pursued, till I has disappeared, there now vibrates the I all alone. When this quest is finished, there is no more to seek, for this is really the infinite self. This is eternally the true import of the term I. For in the deepest sleep, we do not cease to be. We still exist, even though here there is no sense of I. As I am pure existence, I am not the body, nor the senses, mind, nor life, nor even ignorance, for all these things are quite insentient and so unreal. As there is no second consciousness to know existence, it must follow that existence is itself that consciousness. So I myself am that same consciousness. In their real nature as existence, both creatures and the Creator are the same, the unique principle. In attributes and knowledge only is a difference found. Realization of the self alone, eliminating all its attributes, is God realization of a truth, as it is He that shines forth as the self. To be the self is to know the self, as there is no duality in self. This is Tanmaya Nishtha, or the state of absolutely being that in truth. That knowledge is true knowledge, which transcends knowledge and ignorance both equally. And this alone is truth, for there is no subject or object there that can be known. If one can only realize at heart what one's true nature is, one then will find that it is infinite wisdom, truth, and bliss, without beginning and without an end. Remaining in this state of supreme bliss, devoid of bondage and of freedom too, is found to be a state in which one is wrapped in perpetual service of the Lord. By ardent quest and shedding ego's veil, realize the self, the one that's egoless, and function thus. This is the only right penance. So teaches Bhagavan Sri Ramana, who is the self of everything that is.